Quarterbacks in the Super Bowl since 2001. Brady, Gannon, Brady, Ben Manning, Brady, Ben Manning, Brady, Flacco, Manning, Brady, Brady.
Ugh.
And they're 9 times in 18 years. It's just unheard of. That we're literally going to have something called a Tom Brady era. Well, for 20 years, because he'll probably play next year, I imagine. I disagree with Michael Vick. I think my gut feeling is New England. It's a good matchup against the Rams, and Eric Dickerson will talk about that next hour, Trent Dilfer. But I think a lot of things work in the matchup for the Patriots over the Rams. But New England is what sports should be. Do they have the most money? No. It's kind of irrelevant in the NFL. Is their market size the most glamorous? You want to live in Boston? You ever vacation in Boston? Do they have the most superstars in free agency? No, they don't. In baseball, money wins titles. Kansas City Royals are a complete outlier. It's the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Cubs and the Dodgers. In the NBA, there are just simply glamour markets. You rarely hear about free agents being fascinated with Memphis or Milwaukee. With New England, brains win, efficiency wins, doing your job wins. Don't get mad at New England. Be upset with the Pittsburgh Steelers' utter dysfunction. Be upset that the Chargers collapsed, or that the Ravens can't throw a football, or the Texans couldn't block me, that the Colts showed up outside of a dome and vanished, that Kansas City had the inability to do anything for the first hour and a half. What New England does is all things we're capable of doing. In America today, if you're born rich and I'm born poor, there is a great chance I'll never overcome that disparity. If you're born in a great family and I'm born in chaos, there's a great chance I'll never overcome that. But the things the Patriots do, we can all do. They work hard. They're strategic. They ask players to simply do their job. They're smart, and we can all be smarter, myself certainly included. America, life is better if the things that win are things we are all capable of. The Patriots aren't the most glamorous team. How many people do you know outside of Boston that dream of retiring in Boston? It's not the most glamorous. It's not the richest. They don't have the most money. It's one of the hardest stadiums to get to and out of. They don't pay players the most. This isn't the Yankees' salary cap advantage or lack of salary cap and baseball advantage. This isn't the Lakers, the number one brand, sunny weather in the NBA, Silicon Valley in the NBA. Kevin Durant loves tech. Let's go there and join a. Doesn't work that way. Don't be mad at New England. Be mad at the collapse of the Chargers, and the Texans can't block, and the Ravens can't throw, and the Divas in Pittsburgh, and the Colts outside of a dome vanishing. That's the problem. It's not New England. Let me say this. In the last 2 weeks, now I want you to think about this. Tom Brady has dropped back 90 times. No sacks. He's faced Joey Bosa, D. Ford, Melvin Ingram, Chris Jones, Justin Houston. Almost no pressures. 90 dropbacks, hit 3 times, hurried once, no sacks. Tom Brady has played without great offensive talent and without great defenses. But he has never played in 18 years without a formidable offensive line. His name is Dante Scarnecchia. You couldn't pick him out of a crowd. He's 70. What they did yesterday to D. Ford, Chris Jones, and Justin Houston is what they did to Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa. It should be noted that J.J. Watt has played the Patriots 7 times. He's 0-7 with half a sack. Khalil Mack had his worst game of the year against the Patriots. This is trouble for the Rams, who have as their linebacking core the weakest linebacking unit in this Super Bowl. They have a weaker secondary than New England. When teams come into a game against the Patriots and their stars are up front defensively, Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, oh, that's not good news. The Rams linebackers, oh, they'll draft a couple more of those. Their secondary, incredibly, as Joey and I have talked about, hot and cold. Their defensive line is formidable. Oh, stop me if you've seen this before. 90 dropbacks, 3 pressures, 1 hurry, no sacks. The one thing New England does better than anybody in football ever, reduce your great defensive front. And they've gotten better at it over the years. His name is Dante Scarnecchia. Tom Brady, WEEI, talks about him.
Dante is the greatest offensive line coach in the history of the NFL. He gets those guys playing so well together, their communication. To go through yesterday's game without a penalty, without a false start, I mean, that crowd noise last night was, it was almost deafening on every play.
The Rams were completely rattled for most of the first half. The Patriots at Arrowhead, not a penalty. Edge New England in Atlanta. Cold season, try Vicks Sinex nasal spray. Sinex nasal spray. Works up to 12 hours. Use as directed.